Alright guys, this is my fourth time making this video. First time some deer ran through the garden. Twice I filmed the license plate, which I didn't want to do. And so I put that tarp over there and I was just jumping over the tarp. And apparently if you move too quickly with this camera, it apparently thinks it came on and said something about drop protection. So apparently if it thinks you're dropping it, it apparently will shut off to protect it. So that was, I don't know, kind of annoying, but it's good to have on there anyway. So, here's the modifications that were done to this trailer by my grandfather. He extended the ramps a little bit from there to there. He put pieces of metal in because the ramps were too far apart, as you can see here to here. And the tires were hitting. Then, it's not on there anymore, but he had expanded metal covered on the ramps. And now I'm going to jump off nice and easy. Then he had welded these on, so he could put sides on, which I need to replace them. And he built this on the back. And, oh, there's the name. But, yeah, it doesn't have wheel wells on. It's a 1985. I got to replace a light bulb on the back. And I got to re-weld the post there, just because it broke off. And I welded it and broke off again. And, so I am going to be painting this. We were going to put a new deck on this, but we decided we're going to replace this. As you can see, it's breaking. And then we're going to replace that. I'm going to sand it down, paint it. Here's not extreme, carry-on trimmer racks, which don't buy them. We bought them, used them, took them off, then decided to put them back on a few months ago. And they were rattling too much, so I just took them off. I put that on there so that if it does break, then it would be still attached to the trailer. And I made this for some line, but that's just, I don't use it anymore. So, I'm going to do all the welding I need to do and repairs, and sand it down, paint it. Because this year we probably are going to use the loader to move snow with. There's a job sometimes when we have a lot of snow. We have to move snow, and normally we drive it out to the place, but we decided this year we're just going to put it on the trailer. Which I need 6 load binders because I have one, but when we had to haul the loader on the trailer like 4 years ago, we had to borrow some of my uncle's, and we had to use a come along, and it was just, we were in a hurry. So my dad said we'll just probably put it on the trailer this year. We were going to buy a new trailer last year, or a few years ago. And we were going to get a job at doing some graves somewhere, so we were going to buy a new trailer, which is a 16 foot by 6 foot wide. And we went to the one trailer, and he said, see, what we have to do is we have to put the bucket out on the tongue for it to fit. And he just said you can just buy another 16 foot and it'll work. But then we were going to use but we were going to use it for our lawn trailer too, which is kind of hard to run them up since it doesn't have sides on and you have to run it up the big ramps. But we decided not to take on that job, so we didn't buy the trailer since it was like $4,100. It was a beaver tail. It had a beaver tail, but it wasn't like a big one. It had the ball hitch on it, but it had a beaver tail, and it was 20 foot. Because they said measure the loader, and they said, so we put some posts down, and he put the buckets down, and we measured it with a tape measure, and it's 19 feet, and you can't get a 19 foot. They come in 14, 16, 18, and 20 foots. So now I think we're just going to fix up this trailer, and use this to haul the loader. Then we may buy a 16 or an 18 foot landscape trailer, or a box trailer, because we keep getting rained out, and we need a box trailer, because if we had a box trailer, then we wouldn't have to cover stuff up on the trailer and everything. And I'd buy Extreme Series trimmer racks and blower racks and everything for the inside of it. But, yeah, so, oh, there's one more imperfection. And there's a pine cone in there. Stupid pine cones. There, get rid of that. My dad set a work light down, one of those heat lamps, when he was working on something on the trailer here. Left it on while we went in to eat dinner. And, came back down and it was smoking. So, we almost lit the trailer on fire, so, yeah, stupid pine cones are everywhere, but, we just put a patch over that, because it was just starting to rot, but, yeah, so, that's the trailer. Next year we plan on getting a new one. I'm hoping. If we don't, right now we're not sure if we're gonna have enough money to get it. If not, then we're just gonna keep this one, or I might buy a 5x8 or something just to use. But yeah, so I'm gonna try not to make the camera shut off again. But yeah, that's right in there. Here's the Skag and everything. But yeah, so let me know if you guys want to see me see a video on loading the trailer or something. Got the mower on. It'd have to be, if you guys want me to do a video on loading the trailer, it would have to be like, most of the time we leave the equipment on the trailer, except the walk behind's off right now. So sometimes when I take the mower off to clean underneath it, then I'd have to load the trailer. But I could always do a special video on it. Oh, and I'm gonna paint the wheels. I think I'm gonna paint them white. This trailer was gray. We may paint it hunter green or deep blue, because those were some of the options when we went to look at some new trailers. If you wanted your trailer custom made, otherwise it was just black. Then we were looking at a yellow trailer, which one was a Winston and one was a SureTrack. But I liked the SureTrack better. It wasn't yellow, it was black, but it was which the black was nice, but it had the nice beaver tail in the back, which I liked. So when you had the ramps down, it actually acted almost like an extra 2 feet of ramp. But we didn't get it. Yeah, so there's the hitch and everything. The wiring is starting to come out of there, and here's the plug. We had to have a new plug put on. This is not what it came with, because when we had the new pickup truck, this is the type of plug that was on the pickup truck, and so this wasn't the type of plug that was with the dump truck and the old trucks that we had. So we had to have new wiring put on the dump truck and the trailer. So now all the trailers are interchangeable, or with all the trucks. And it's got the one safety chain here, and the jack, and the hitch. We don't lock the hitch just because it's in our yard. But yeah, it's a 2 5/16 hitch. So it's almost a 3-inch. But yeah, so see you guys.